being a service organization. This year, our chapter put on several projects dedicated to giving back to our community. Some of these accomplishments include 2 city cleanups, assisting the district's elementary schools at their fall festivals, working various sporting events, writing hundreds of cards for old folks, veterans, and teachers, ushering school performances, and as recently as this morning, assisting with the planting of our school's new prairie. It's been a very successful year, and I'm incredibly proud of the work our members have dedicated to volunteering. If you check your programs, you will see that in a short moment, all of next year's inductees will soon proceed in and be seated. The other officers will then each talk about one of the 4 pillars to the National Honor Society and what it means to them. After those speeches, we'll have all of the inductees walk across the stage and get their certifications from Ms. Coleman. After students receive their certificate, we ask that they stand on the risers in the center of the stage so that we can get a group picture. Then Ms. Coleman will read them the National Honor Society pledge. Without further ado, your NHS inductees. All right, welcome in everyone. I will now give the floor to our historian, Grace.
My name is Grace Durham, and I am the 2023-2024 historian for NHS. Today I will be talking to you about the pillar of service. Earlier this year, NHS had planned on hosting a leaf raking event for service hours, and I imagined this event to be big. I thought that we would be raking leaves all across the prairie, and we could say that we raked up bags and bags of fallen foliage. Instead, I found myself with a few other members at this woman's condo making quick work of the leaves on her grass. It wasn't until the event had finished that I saw how big of an impact our 30 minutes of volunteer work made on this woman. As we finished packing up our bags of leaves, she shuffled out of her house and into the chilly November air. She was older, and we had managed to connect with her through the Colonial Club here in Sun Prairie. As we stood in her yard, she thanked us thoroughly for our time and our help. She even attempted to give us a donation for NHS. She waved to all of us as we drove off. Something about that day changed my mind about service work. I've always been fond of the saying, "Do small things with great love," and I realized that I had seen a small thing with great love that very afternoon. For us, raking the yard was a small task that we were able to finish fairly quickly. Easily, our group of volunteers could have declared that this event would only be worth a half an hour of service for our log sheet and decided to just go home because raking these leaves would not be worth our time. But for her, the leaves were a challenge, and by deciding to help out, we removed that burden from her shoulders. As a group, we made an impact on her day and shared a simple act of love with her. As the next generation of NHS members going into the 2024-2025 school year, I challenge you to complete acts of service with great love. Throughout the year, you will be asked to complete a number of hours of volunteer work, and I hope that you don't face it with reluctance and boredom, but gratitude and love. Whether you're spending a whole day volunteering at a festival, committing a couple hours to picking up trash, or even holding a door, you will never know the impact your choice of service will have on someone else. Your choice to do a small thing with great love may be the difference between staying the same or changing someone's life. I wish you the best as you continue on to your senior year of high school, and I hope that the pillar of service will not only inspire you, but provide you strength as you go into the world and change the community. Thank you.
Congratulations and welcome. My name is Samir Haidari, and I'm the secretary for our NHS. When I first started writing this speech, I kind of thought about what is character, and then I thought about the fact that I am a high school senior, and that I am very naive to the world, and I've yet to really sink my teeth into what this world has to offer. So now I have to talk to you all about what character means. But reflecting on my experiences in NHS, it made it a little bit easier on what to prepare you guys for in the future. Character is an umbrella term, which essentially means that it encompasses a lot of things in your day-to-day life and is something that you take on with you on a rainy day. Character is really defined by your morals and your ethics. Your ethics are pretty much what society holds to be true. This is pretty much the same among a community. Your morals, however, are what you hold to be true yourself. This is specific to the individual. These two things make your character, and your character makes your judgment, and your judgment makes your feelings, and your feelings make your learning. You're all here today because you have outstanding character, and you've shown that you deserve to be in NHS. Just one impact of what your character can do for you. In the future, this character will have great impacts. Life will be difficult. Senior year will be tough at times. That's okay, that's what builds character. And in the end, you will be proud. I would not be talking to you today if I did not have a strong character myself. But that did not come easy. Sometimes, when the lights are shining down on you, the only thing that you have is your character, who you are, what you've built yourself to be, and what you represent. In 6 years, think about where you'll be, think about how your character will change, and think about just how you might approach the idea of building your character in the future. What I'd like to leave you with today is the idea that your character is a manifestation of your ethics and morals. With each passing day, your ethics and morals may change, but that's okay. You will build on your character, and with that, as you scour the world, don't be afraid to let your character shine and let others bloom around you. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Kyler Smith, the current National Honor Society Vice President. First, I'd like to congratulate each of you for this achievement of becoming a National Honor Society member. You and your caregivers should be very proud. Second, I'm thrilled to talk about the pillar of leadership. When you think of the word leadership, you might imagine CEOs in fancy suits, but I'm here to tell you that leadership is not all about being at the top of the ladder. Something you'll come to realize throughout your time in NHS is that leadership is not a skill taught, but instead a skill learned and developed. Leadership is about building others up, helping a team flourish, and encouraging collaboration. Leadership is initiative, empathy, learning, and growing. You, as the young leaders for class of 2025, will showcase all facets of leadership through your service to this community. You are leaders for change, leaders for positivity, leaders for smiles. Take that role on with pride, knowing that you have a positive influence on strangers, friends, this school, and community. Beyond the practical skills volunteer opportunities will teach you, volunteering expands your compassion, gratitude, and heart. You'll find the memories you make with other members while volunteering at the same event, the insight you learn from talking to different members of this community, and the impact you make on people's hearts by offering your help is something you won't trade for the world. Our very first event, which was Party in the Prairie at the public library, gave us at NHS the opportunity to show leadership and community spirit. Some members were leading trash pickup, others led game sessions for kids, and a few members took turns interacting with attendees as the library's mascot. After the event had come to a close, we saw a need for help putting away the decorations, tables, chairs, and games. Even after our service hours were over, we helped the library volunteers and had the opportunity to chat with the library staff before we left. This gave us a chance not only to help others, but learn more about various community members through the conversations we had throughout the cleanup. Being involved in NHS has given me memories I will never forget and taught me skills I will forever use beyond high school. One of my favorite aspects about the NHS experience is the ability to be a leader in our community. Whether it be helping out with community events, writing letters to teachers, or helping the elderly in your neighborhood, you are paving a path forward to be leaders for good. Each service opportunity you take and put your best effort into has a positive impact on those around you, strengthening the bonds in Sun Prairie. In closing, I leave you with a quote from John Quincy Adams. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, and do more, you are a leader. Your volunteering in NHS will do just that. You are all leaders for your classmates, school, and community. May you inspire greatness in others, empower your fellow members to reach their full potential, and together chart your course towards a better tomorrow. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Sarah Drake, and I'm the Public Relations Officer for this year. I will be speaking on the last pillar of NHS, which is scholarship. Scholarship is not just a grade on paper, but a dedication to a lifetime of learning and education. Scholarship is shown through a variety of accomplishments, including, but not limited to, challenging yourself with AP or advanced classes, maintaining a high GPA, having love for learning, or helping others improve their academics. While these standards may be different to everyone, I will tell you what they mean to me. Throughout my high school career, I have found different ways to challenge myself, whether I felt like it or not. From multiple AP classes, a 3.5 GPA, or obtaining merit from college, I realized that those accomplishments were just boring statistics, and it was actually using those skills to help others that made me feel the most accomplished. This takes me into my last final point, which is what scholarship means to NHS. While the club itself has a GPA requirement, the grades themselves are not the most important part. Maintaining your GPA requires studying for your classes and putting in the work in and outside of the classroom. Being a part of NHS means that you're not only dedicated to your education and studies, but you're using those skills to advance on the other three pillars to help improve yourself and the community. Everyone in this room has already made an effort at these pillars, and I hope you continue your good standing at SP EHS. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This has been a busy week. Today we had 8th graders come to our high school this morning, and it was really a great experience to make sure we transition future Cardinals into our building. So my name is Renee Coleman. I'm the principal of Sun Prairie East High School, and we are seated here today in large part due to the love, support, direction, influence, and contribution of each and every one of you. This is one of those occasions where we are here to acknowledge the achievements of our scholars while also realizing the influence that meaningful, supportive, and positive connections can have on the achievements and success of the scholars that are sitting to my left. I would like to express my gratitude on behalf of today's inductees for your presence and your personal dedication to the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society, which is character, scholarship, service, and leadership. Next, I would like to acknowledge and express my gratitude to the faculty council members and the advisors of NHS. Your commitment to this organization, your guidance of our scholars, and your readiness to assist with all vital components of these scholars' experiences and results can be determined and also led back to your efforts. You set examples and created the conditions for this academics to develop, mature, change the world around by giving them time, counsel, viewpoints, kindness, and insight. The achievements of the scholars sitting here today is clearly a testimony to your capacity to both empower and mentor. Thank you for your time. Lastly, let me extend a warm greeting to our scholars. Greetings and gratitude to all of you who are currently and who will become members of the National Honor Society. I am proud of each and every person that sits before us today. We are grateful that you have accepted and embodied the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society's foundation. Your unwavering integrity, devotion to learning, commitment to volunteering and growth as a leader are incredibly inspirational and vital to who you are today. Thus, while preparing a speech today, I'm a storyteller. I love stories. And I found one of my favorites in thinking about it. And this particular story talks about an eagle that thinks itself is a chicken. It starts off where this eagle falls out of its nest, and a farmer comes, sees him, and says, "Hey, this is a chicken." He brings this eagle back and puts it in the coop with all the rest of the chickens. And he says, "You are a chicken." Eagle knows no different. He believes he's a chicken. Years pass, and a naturalist comes and says, "That's impossible that an eagle would think it was a chicken." So he goes to the farmer's farm, and he sees the eagle with the chickens. And the chickens and the eagles are all together. No one knows the difference. No one has told him that he's not a chicken, that he's an eagle. So the naturalist goes up to the farmer and says, "Hey, I'm here because I just want to test the theory out. I want to make sure that what I believe is true, that you have to be able to identify what you're born with." And so he takes the eagle and says, "Give me a try. Let me give it a try." Takes the eagle, puts it on top of a fence and says, "Okay, fly." Eagle looks at his fellow chickens and says, "Nah, I think I'll go back to my coop." Gets off the fence, goes back to his coop. So the farmer's like, "See, told you it was a chicken." Naturalist goes back to his theories, goes back the next day and says, "Hey, let me give one more try at this." Takes the eagle, takes it to the highest point of the roof of the farm and says, "Fly, fly." Eagle looks down, looks at his peers and says, "Nah, I'm still a chicken." Gets off the roof, goes back, does his duties on the farm. Naturalist is stumped. The scientist is like, "What in the world is going on? This eagle is an eagle." He says to the farmer, "Give me one more chance." He goes back, he reads his material, he tries to find, what can he do to make sure that he verifies that this is an eagle and that all of his research and knowledge didn't go for naught. He goes to the farmer and says, "Give me one more chance. Give me one more chance." Farmer says, "Okay, but I'm gonna tell you, he's still gonna be a chicken." Naturalist takes him all the way to the top of a mountain. And he looks at the eagle and he says, "You are an eagle. You are not supposed to be walking on the earth. You are part of the sky. Extend your wings and take flight." This time, the eagle straightens his body up, looks at the sky, sees all the wind and the lights, and he's like, maybe I'll give this a try. He starts off, wings is slow. He feels the wind beneath his wings. He feels the earth is under him and not where he's walking. He starts feeling like, okay, maybe I got this eagle thing under control. And as his confidence builds, he begins to soar. The farmer stands there and looks like, wait a minute, you're supposed to be a chicken. And the naturalist is saying to himself, "See, I told you he was an eagle." Even though there are people in our lives who prefer to think that we are chickens, a lot of us still think that we're chickens. We can be joyful when people are throwing things at us at our feet, And besides that, despite that, the eagle was okay with that at first. It wasn't willing to change or to accept that they had greatness inside of them to be an eagle. The farmer wanted to transform this eagle into a chicken, even though he was fully aware that he had an eagle. And in order for him to become a chicken and never an eagle, he had to raise him to under unique circumstances. He had to fill his mind saying, "You are a chicken." However, a genuine leader can identify another leader, and I see each and every one of you as leaders. All of us want to come across a leader who will see our inner power and encourage us to soar, allowing us to rediscover who we are and to stop identifying ourselves as chicken and instead become eagles. Everybody has a hidden eagle inside of them that lives within them. Whatever the chicken coop claims, our essence cannot determine us who we are by our social surroundings. Every day, you have the option to be an eagle. That's my story. In summary, I want to say I'm proud to state I'm aging myself. I am a 1990 inductee of the National Honor Society. And before all of you were born, that was a thing, being in the National Honor Society. And my mom gave me this necklace to help me to remember that I hold the key to my own destiny. And today, you hold the key to your own destiny. I wear this often to remind myself of the dedication to character, leadership, study, and service. I sincerely hope that today you will find a way to live your lives in a way that upholds these pillars of service, character, leadership, and scholarship. These are the kinds of traits and life lessons that will propel you to unprecedented heights. I am proud to be your principal every day, but tonight I'm even more proud to have you join me in a society that has influenced my career and my personal development. This is a deserving group of scholars who will accomplish great things, so I hope you are proud of yourselves. I'm glad to say that each of you are now my NHS peers today. Once again, thank you for all of your amazing honors and achievements, and we look forward to seeing them. Congratulations.
Okay, we're now gonna start reading off the names. So when we call your name, you can just walk up on the stage over there, and the other officers will be right there, and then Ms. Coleman will hand you your certificate. Let's start. First off, Lucas Albright. He's not here. Ethan Behrens. Kate Beversdorf. She's not here either. Anna Block. Mia Boyd. Bella Brumand. Emmett Canty. Zella Cleveland. Fiona Crowley. Tegan Davis. Eli Diallo. Cole Dwyer. Ashton Edwards. Shayla Ellert. Julia Elsky. Samuel Filter. Noah Ford. James Gammon. Jeremy Ganapavarup. Sorry. Sorry if I pronounce anyone's last name wrong. I'm trying my best. Ayla German. Lily Gomez. Madison Haas. Abby Haltofter Heidi. Emma Hando. Abby Holfelder. Ella Ireland. Ashley Jankow. Leah Kaufman. Miles Kelnoski. The next few aren't here, but then Alex Clune, and then Chloe Knoll, Eli Kristowick, and then Ella Kuhn. Colin Leiterman, Carolyn Lick, Ruby Lodals, Kennedy Loomis, Rutan Liu, Brooke Marchuka, Roman Moretsky, Malcolm Moore, Julia Morris, Sophia Peterson, Alexander Patukov, that's my bad. Miley Podol, De Maria Podowski, Bodie Raridan, Isabella Roberts, Maya Rodriguez, Bodie Rosal, Allison Roston, Leo Sarin, Reed Sogsted, Layla Schneider, Elijah Stecker, Emily Tamboli, Chris Tripathi. Okay, this next bit is all gone, and then we have one more, I believe. So I'm just gonna read them off, and then we can clap. So Aaron Vetter, Jackson Wakis, Kaylin White, Cooper White, Dylan Wingy, That's the done of the section. Yay for them. Alexa Warnson. And then our final is Kobe Zander. Congratulations to all the new members. And sorry again if I mispronounced your name. Whose phone are we taking the picture on? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna take a group photo now. Everyone smile for your parents. Whose phone should we use? Should I just take it on mine? I can send it to Mr. Brown. Sure. Okay. This one's for Mr. Brock, who's golfing. So.
So it's my turn to offer you the pledge. So everyone in unison, please. I pledge to uphold the high promise of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands, and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Congratulations. Welcome to the National Honor Society.
I'm just going to leave us with some final words. As we transition from the class of 2024 to the class of 2025, it will be up to you to carry on the legacy of National Honor Society. It will be from your ranks that new officers will rise to lead us on in the future. I hope that as you go on to serve your school and community, you will keep in mind the mission of NHS in all of your volunteer work. You should all feel a great sense of pride to be standing on this stage tonight for your work as outstanding students and leaders. I speak on behalf of the whole officer team when I say we're all very proud of you for this achievement, and we can't wait to see the exceptional things you do next year. I would just like to say one final thank you to all of our members and the amazing officer team right here, Sarah, Kyler, Samir, and Grace. Also a big thank you to our advisors, Ms. Andrews and Mr. Bratz, who's fortunately sick right now, golfing. It has been an honor to be your president, and I've really enjoyed the experience. So thank you again to everyone who attended this ceremony tonight, both students, faculty, and guests. I hope you all have a great night. Oh, do we have to say one more thing? We have cake.